everyone, I'm Francesca. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am so excited to share these air fried apple cider donut bites with you all. They are so delicious, completely vegan, and they are so fun for fall. As always, the full runout recipe is on my blog. Check the link in the description box down below for that. There's also links for my cookbook, sign up for my newsletter, and I list out anything I think you might need as well as the ingredients in the description box. So check it out, it's got everything you need to know. If you like my recipes, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Helps out, helps us to grow and spread more vegan recipes. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching, and let's get into it. We're going to start off by reducing 2 cups of apple cider down to 1 cup of apple cider. You want to do this so that way it will allow there to be less liquid and more sweetness from the apple cider. So you're just going to bring it to a boil and then let it kind of simmer for about 15 minutes until it's reduced down to 1 cup. Then we are going to start by adding in our all-purpose flour into our bowl. And I don't have any substitutes for gluten-free, but you could try using gluten-free all-purpose. We're going to add in organic brown sugar. We're going to add in some cinnamon, allspice, and salt. We're going to add in baking soda and baking powder into here. This is what's going to help rise because we're not using any yeast in this recipe, and you're just going to whisk it up until everything is mixed together. Once it's all mixed together, we're going to add in our melted vegan butter. I'm using one from Earth Balance. We're going to add in some vegan yogurt. I'm using the Siggi's vanilla and cinnamon non-dairy yogurt. We're going to add in that reduced down apple cider, and we're going to add in vanilla extract, and then you're just going to carefully mix this up until it is well combined. You don't want to overmix, but obviously make sure that you get all the flour, that everything is mixed together really nicely. It is going to be a very sticky dough, which is exactly what we're going for. We're going to cover this with plastic wrap and put it in the fridge for at least an hour or up to 8 hours. Then you're going to remove the plastic wrap, and the dough is still going to be sticky, okay, but it is much firmer now and held together better. So it's still sticky, as you can see, it's stuck right to my fingers, but it holds its shape better. So I'm going to use a dough scraper to help me with making these donut bites. I'm placing it on a very well floured surface. Keep a lot of all-purpose flour around. And if you don't have a dough scraper, I really encourage you to get one. They're super cheap. I'll link one down below in the description box. But you could also be very careful and use a very large knife, but obviously knives are sharp, so just please do that carefully if you decide to use a knife. Otherwise, just get the dough scraper. So I'm constantly dipping the dough scraper in flour so that way it doesn't stick. And we're going to start by dividing the dough in half, and then I just kind of cut a long piece of dough, and then I'm going to make little cuts and make my bites. And then from there, once I was looking at those pieces, some of them looked a little bit big, and I'll cut them later on. But this was the best way I found to work with the dough since it is so sticky. Now, of course, if you want to make regular sized donuts, you of course can. Just flatten it out, and then you can start to cut out your donuts from there. We're going to spray the air fryer basket with some cooking spray. I'm using actually a coconut oil spray. And then I popped in as many as I could. You want to give them a little bit of room because they will rise and puff up. Once I got them all in there, I just gave it one more spray of spray oil. This just helps them to get that little nice crispy outside. And then you're going to cook them at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 7 minutes and just repeat the process. I got 70 donut bites from this, and I have a air fryer that has 2 baskets, so it went by pretty quick. It'll just depend on your basket size. And then we're going to dip them in some melted vegan butter, and then we're going to roll them around in cinnamon sugar, which is so delicious. Who doesn't love a little cinnamon sugar? And look at that beautiful little donut bite. So you're just going to repeat the process until you make them all. This part's a little bit tedious, but obviously we love cinnamon sugar and we need it in our lives. If you decide to deep fry them, then you don't need to stick it in the melted vegan butter because it will already have the oil on it. And it has that perfect cakey inside, and it looks so good. You guys have to try them out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye.